To go over, I know the definition of groceries is the SNAP definition, and that's what we've talked about. But where does that apply in the chain? So if a farmer's growing carrots and you can buy carrots through the SNAP benefits, would that be exempt? Would carrots be exempt at a farmer's level? And at what point are they not exempt? Or is it just when they're in a grocery store?
On page 60, to point to statute or proposed statute, or in the bill, page 65 are the things that aren't considered, and so it's wholesale and retail sale of groceries. So it's not the entire chain; it's the wholesale and receipts from the wholesale or retail sale of groceries. And where we are in the bill is the list of items that are not commercial activity for purposes of the tax.
The farmer growing carrots is taxed or is not taxed?
I think
Co-chairs and Representative Helt, with something like a carrot, I believe it typically with groceries, there are things that are raw material that you would not consider food, that would need some level of processing. This is addressed in some of the agriculture chapters. So I don't believe the farmer at that point, unless they're selling it to a retailer, that would be a wholesale sale. If they're selling it to someone who is now going to process it, even though it's a product that you could eat raw, that would already be in food form, unlike, say, wheat, where you wouldn't eat it until it was processed. At that point, it's not a wholesale or retail sale, I don't believe. The sale from the producer to a processor, if that makes sense.
Taxed when it starts being processed?
It would not be excluded at that point. I believe the exclusion would start at either the wholesale or the retail level. So the wholesaler is selling it to the retailer, who typically, in our other statutes, is going to be the person making the sale to the ultimate consumer.
So we still have pyramiding that would happen at a farm level on groceries, even though groceries are exempt? Is that correct to assume? Because we're going to have, when we are doing our farming, they sell it to the trucking company who sells it to the processing company, and they're not all in co-ops. And so there can be up to 8 different transactions before this comes to market. Will these food processes that are not in a co-op, will there be pyramiding of 8 different levels in this because the transactions move, even though these are around groceries?
I don't know about the exact numbers, but the only 2 stages that are exempt are the wholesale and the retail.
Okay.